This is my 2019 Salvage Kia Niro EV car. In episode 1, I took delivery of the car where I realised that the gearbox was badly damaged. Episode 2, I got straight to work and we got the gearbox out. Well, today we're going to be fitting a replacement gearbox and hopefully we can get this car started. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the next day and this is episode 3 on my Kia Niro EV car. In the last episode we removed this broken gearbox, and if you don't know why I removed it, go check out episode 1. We bought this car from Copart, it got delivered, and we found out that the gearbox has got a massive hole in it. Episode 2 was all about getting the gearbox out of the car. Episode 3, which is today, we've got a new gearbox. Akil's right here waiting. New gearbox is behind me, I'll show you that in a minute, but we're gonna have to transfer a few bits over from this old gearbox to the new one, and hopefully we can get it into the car. We're having quite a late start today, so we'll do what we can do today, come back in the morning, continue, but you're gonna be here for the ride, so let's go. So guys, this is our replacement gearbox. I picked this up from eBay for 700 quid. Yeah, it's a bit pricey, but we have to do it. And what we're gonna do is, it's come with this mechatronics and it's missing the mechatronics on the front. But we're gonna try to use as many of the original parts to put back onto this gearbox. So we're gonna remove this mechatronics, we're gonna use that one. This is the electronic motor here as well. We're gonna remove this electronic motor and we're gonna slap that electronic motor back onto this gearbox because that's the original one. And like I said, we want to try to keep as many of the original parts to avoid all the coding, etc, etc. Then we're going to fit the brand new clutch actuators onto the front, and hopefully that should be it, and this should be ready to be refitted back to this car. So yeah, no more talking. Ready?
Ready, ready.
Let go. So guys, like I've said it a few times, but just so you know, this is the electronic motor. This is what makes it hybrid. This has got a clutch inside on the left. It's got 2 clutches on the right. There's so many clutches in this car, in this engine. It's a bit complicated, but we should be able to maneuver around it all.
This is diagnostic tool, Mario.
Akil's diagnostic tool. Boom. Connected.
No one in the world can work without this. As soon as the science is going, Archimedes lever, you know, and hammer never die.
Of course. They've been using this from the Stone Age, man.
Really?
Christmas gift. It's adjustment pin, so that's why.
So guys, as I said, you've got a set of clutches inside. That's the new gearbox. That's spinning nicely. That sounds good. Obviously, once we refit this, we're going to have to fill it up with some new gearbox oil. I'm pretty sure some of that has come out. But have a look at this. It's crazy. You can feel it. That's your motor in there. So this is the one that came on the used gearbox. We're going to, I don't know, probably put it up on eBay. If one of you guys want it, drop me a DM. But this is the existing one. See, and this one is very loose. That one feels a bit more, because it's got lower mileage and it's in better condition as well. Anyway, this is the one that came off the car, so this is the one that we want to use. So let's try to mate this onto this. So on goes the replacement motor. This is the same motor as I said that was on the car before, and it's a simple job of just popping it into place and torquing it down. This one as well? No. That's it.
Huh?
Look, that goes all the way through.
Take your hands off.
I can see. See, there's one in there.
And
then there's 2 tins. Everything hammer, no.
yes. one we have access in from the top.
You sure it's at the back, man?
No, you're gonna need the battery, man.
Okay. Yeah, if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
at least we've got the original one. So guys, we'll leave this because what our thinking is, these are just kind of like the laborers, if you get what I mean. So they're just motors. One motor, two motors, three.
Boss is inside.
Yeah, the boss is inside. So the module is actually in the car. So there's no module on here. These are just the workers. So the module should be able to control this in the same manner that it controls that, because they're exactly the same part number. So Akil just said that we've got access to this from the top of the car if we do need to change it. So I'll leave that. With everything transferred, it was finally time to fit this replacement gearbox into the car. Now this hybrid gearbox is super heavy, so Akil decided to strap it down to the gearbox jack, which will help us put it into place easier. You recovery guy now. You changed your job.
I've done this job sometime. You're born in UK.
Born in Tirana. I could actually say I've been to Tirana. Where are we going again?
Somewhere.
Summertime, okay.
Make ready, please. Leave like this for tonight.
Leave like that for tonight, no problem. Guys, you heard what he said. Leave like that for tonight. We start tomorrow. See you in the morning. Good morning, guys. It's the next morning. We're about to get cracking. I'm not even chatting anymore because I know you don't like when I talk too much. We're about to get this into that car, and then I'm gonna try to reassemble everything. And hopefully, we can get everything working. So, let go. I've edited 2 videos for this car. Every time you're on the video, you've got one thing. Everything, but it's not every time in the day, but it's every time on the video, you know? Now it's time to finally fit this gearbox. I'm actually feeling so nervous because since we've had this car, it's not started, it's not moved under its own power. I still don't know if I've bought a lemon. So it's all coming down to this. Anyway, I'll leave you guys to watch how we got on. Guys, after about 3 hours, a broken back, literally it feels like I've broken my back. The amount of lifting, jigging, pushing and pulling that we had to do on this replacement gearbox. I've got good news, the gearbox is in the car. Big thank you to Akil. The guy's a genius, man. And I'm glad to be back with him. The vibes are back. You see how it is. I'm not gonna call any names, but the vibes are back, innit? Anyway, enough of that. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and buckle up all the sensors, all the plugs, and everything else that I removed in episode 2, replace everything, and in the box over there, I've got a replacement clutch actuator to fit, and fingers crossed we should be able to test to see if it's working. I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself. I'm pretty sure that something's gonna have to get programmed or coded. I just think it's not gonna work, and I don't know. Maybe I should be a bit more optimistic. You tell me, stay tuned. You're gonna find out when I find out. So let's continue getting the gearbox reassembled. First, I got started with refitting the coolant pipes before connecting all the electrical cables and electrical connectors for the hybrid system. Alright, you guys, so in about half an hour, I feel like I have done everything that I'm supposed to be doing before we can test. Have a look, this is some sort of an oil pump that's back in place. All the wires have been replugged, refitted. These are the high voltage wires. All of those are, it's still isolated by the way, I double checked, but they're all in place, bolted down, torqued down. All I need to do is add the ECU. You remember the engine ECU plugs in at the top. I'll grab that in a minute. But more importantly, we're back to where we started, where we don't have these clutch actuators. And I think that's why the car's not coming out again. That's why the car's not starting. But check this out. In this box is a very special delivery. And that's why I knew I could crack on with this job, because I was prepared. So these are my new replacement clutch actuators. And I'm gonna go ahead, fit them in now, fit the other bits, and then we can test this car to see if it actually starts. Guys, do you think it's gonna start? I'm not too sure, but there's only one way to find out. That's to crack on. So let's keep it moving, do what we need to do, test the car. Alright you guys, so it's gonna come down to this. This is it.
No,
thank you to this guy. This guy.
Come down.
No, come down.
No,
okay, it's come up to this. It's all come up to this. Okay, so I went ahead and I reconnected everything. The hybrid system's back in, and I've gone ahead and I've replaced the fuse. Don't touch. The isolation fuse is back in the car. I'm gonna turn this to 12 volts. Akil, do the honors. Step in. Oh my God, listen, yeah?
Where's the key?
The key's in the car. No?
No.
Please. Come on.
No, you have the key.
Yeah? Are you sure? Sorry.
Finger crossed.
Is there power, yeah? I hear noise. Woo! Yeah! Guys, it's finally starting, so I didn't buy. It's working. You see the clutch working? Oi! Try reverse. Happy days. Happy days. Come on. Can you hear that? Akil.
Are you happy?
Yes, thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
no.
Thank you.
You want ice cream?
No, I'm okay. No ice cream. No ice cream. Oh. Yeah.
No.
This car's been sitting for months, Akil, man. It's been sitting for ages. Never heard it started. Woo! Yeah. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and cover up this. There's a black plastic cover for there.
Don't say black. It's from plastic.
Plastic, don't say black.
No.
Okay, all right. There's a plastic cover there, guys. Plastic cover to cover up that, stops it from any debris getting into the gearbox. We've just tried, you went forward and back, innit? So forward is working, reverse is working. I need to tighten up.
Parking sensors doesn't work at the moment.
Yeah, no parking sensors, I wonder why. Should I do it now or should I wait till the next episode to do the water cooling?
Up to you. If you have power, we do them now.
What's the time now? 12 o'clock, no problem. Guys, it's about 5:30 going up to 6. I think I'm gonna stay late and just get the water cooling back on, and then, cause the car's completely dead, innit? And then that way I can leave it running and let it kind of charge up the battery. hybrid battery should get a bit of charge, and the 12-volt battery will get a bit of charge. But happy days, the car starts. Anyway, no more talking, let's continue. Guys, oh, what a beautiful sight. Now that we've added the coolant, I believe that that's the EV system working. You can hear, this is the speaker. I remember in episode 1 I said, I wonder if this is the speaker. It is the speaker because I don't know if you can hear that. That is legally binding. You have to have some sort of noise to let the people know that the car is coming. But anyway, I'm just gassed because this means that the EV motor is working. You can hear it. The hybrid engine or the petrol side of things have shut off. Yes, yes, and we've got drive. Happy days, man, happy days. Come on. You know what, guys, you don't know how much this means. I'll tell you the full story on this car, but that's a story for another day because there's a lot more to this car, to this build. When I bought this, I didn't buy this recently, I actually had this car for months. And yeah, I had a very interesting pathway with copart, and I'll tell you about it later on. But for now, guys, music to my ears. You know what, I've got the biggest grin on my face because I'm just happy that I was able to work on an EV car, learn new skills, gain knowledge, with the help of you guys of course, but more importantly, this is what Salvage is all about. We got the car, we were faced with a problem, we kept it moving, and here we are, and I think I deserve a nice cold beverage. There we go, I'm gonna crack one. If you've got one, crack one for me, and this is where we're gonna end this episode. So, if you want to see how we continue to crack on with this build, make sure you tune in to the next episode. We're going to continue to rebuild this car. This is going to make a lovely car once it's all done. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, press the like button. So, guys, cheers to the Kia Niro. It's starting and we've got drive. So, yeah, pour that. Like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, why don't you check out one of my previous videos on the left? There's plenty in the playlist. And if you want to know more about the Salvage game, why don't you become a member of Salvage Nation, and I'll be there to guide you along the way. And don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram if you want to get an inside scoop before YouTube.